Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex here, and today we're taking a look at Hasbro's Marvel Legends Shatterstar. This is one of the ones that I was also kind of excited to get, just because of the fact that I had him as a kid, whenever I was in the 90s, and I also had, like, you collected baseball cards, football cards, stuff like that. It was very popular back then to collect comic cards. So I was really big into comic cards, not necessarily comic books. But I liked, looking at the cool artwork and reading all the little stats and stuff like that. So, I don't know if you guys, if you're around the 80s and 90s, did you ever collect any comic cards? Let me know. But I always thought that this guy was interesting. Also, with his swords, how he has kind of a single blade over here, and then he has the double blade. I thought was really cool. He also has the little ponytail back here, and then he has a couple, other, was it pigtails or whatever you want to call them. So, but yeah, pretty sweet looking. You can see that he's got a little bit of art here on the chest. So he's got a star there, and kind of the black going on the outside of the legs. I've pointed this out before, but out here you have the black here, but on the inside, would have been nice if they would have painted, that inside right there, white. But for the most part, you really don't see it that much. Then as the same thing on Cyclops, this little piece right here, it's obviously separate, but it can, fall down. So I just kind of shove it up his thigh, and it'll stick there pretty good. So let's go ahead and take a look at the face here. So you can see that he's got some like a little tattoo, some artwork there on the eye. So you can see the black, you can see the gold in the eye, and then you can see hard with the shadow, but he's got a blue eye right here, and the pupil, everything looks really good. The face sculpt looks pretty solid. Also with the hair, I think they did a pretty good job with that. You can see the silver little braids here. This little section here, you can see that this drapes over, and he's got a shoulder pad, which is pretty nicely done as far as paint goes. With that brown, you can see a little bit of black wash, or a couple different browns, like there's a lighter brown, and then there's a darker brown painted on top of it. They kind of give it that weathered leather look. I think looks really good. This whole section around his neck, so it's attached to there. Then you have the belt, which is actually its own separate piece again, and you can see there's some nice paint and all the little pockets and stuff that he has here. So, and it's a lighter brown with a darker brown painted over it to kind of give it that leathered, weathered look. And the weapons, get those spikes, but they're not sharp at all. You can press down on them hard; it's not going to draw blood or anything like that. So, you can feel safe about that. As far as articulation goes, the head, it's on a ball joint up here, so you can get some rotation out of that, some back and forth. You have the neck joint going up and down. You have the shoulders, which in and out. You also have the rotation there, the bicep cut, the double jointed elbows. You also have the wrist rotation and the left to right. Over here you have the left to right as well. The chest goes back and forth. You have the rotation here at the waist, leg, front, side, and obviously the butt's in the way there. This thing falls down, just shove that up. Thigh cut. One of the other things, whenever you have a paint job like this, when you use the thigh cut, it just looks silly, So I usually kind of leave the thighs the way they are. And then you can, use the boot, as you can see, because the boots do rotate. That way you can kind of leave the thigh in place so that all lines up. You do have the double jointed knees there, and you have the rotation here in the foot and front and back with that as well. So pretty solid figure. I think he turned out really good from what I can remember this character looking like. I knew he had the swords, and actually I think he had an action figure. I think it was a Toy Biz one. You could press something and then his arms, both arms would come down. But obviously this doesn't have that. They're not really into the gimmicks anymore. But really nice look at Shatterstar. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. This guy also, he comes with a piece of the build figure as well, which we'll take a look at whenever he's in his full mode after we look at the entire wave. So thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.